It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. And it's all up next.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis back with you. And Charles, for years, a trip to Foxborough quite often led to a loss for opposing teams, but the Patriots have been, in essence, a 500 team since the departure of TB12 3 years ago.
And things have switched because they are a defense-led team, and that's what's kept them in most games. Their key, can they get more explosive on offense and truly establish who their QB1 is?
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they made sure to lock up their signal caller in the offseason, Jalen Hurts, and probably a wise idea after he finished as a runner-up to Patrick Mahomes for league MVP.
It certainly was a wise idea because now they have their signal caller for the foreseeable future, and think of the strides he's made since he entered the league. Everyone knew he could move it around with his legs, but boy, has he become accurate throwing the football.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. Trucks over him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there, it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his 2nd year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
For the Patriot field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
The Folks' kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Now Hurts will turn and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Patriots 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now Jones. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Let's do this, man.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Oh, what a juke into space. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Penny. Gets by him at the 25. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st down, Eagles.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Out to his left. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, Penny, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done. I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Penny going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing, Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the Third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. But let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, Jones. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Montgomery another target and catch. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker, 54 yards. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Good move at the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are back within a score. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
To review the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two. Now a toss coming right side. It's Stevenson, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 87 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Penny up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Another nice play there by Reddick. More evidence that sometimes a position change is exactly what a player needs. Totally reinvented as an edge rusher instead of playing linebacker. Second in the NFL with 16 sacks in his first season with the Eagles in 2022.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 33-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny to about the 35, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Penny. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jones to throw on second down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fielded just inside the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he will be taken down here, but another big gain on the ground to start the drive. This one good for 16, and yet again a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Inside handoff, Penny. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, a give to Penny. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 6, 80 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Jones. Able to complete it to Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here's Jones.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.